On his first day at work, the young man was shocked to discover that every employee in the company was a top-tier beauty. It was practically a working man's paradise. He almost started drooling, but the employees in the store mistook him for a customer coming to buy a car and immediately swarmed him, trying to introduce different cars. Young and inexperienced, he was overwhelmed by the scene. Just then, the female boss walked over, grabbed him by the sleeve, and assuming he was harassing her staff, warned him that if he dared show up again, she'd make sure he could never have children. The young man had never seen such a fierce woman before, so he quickly pulled out the job posting and explained he was here to interview for a sales position. Only then did the boss realize she had misunderstood him. She decided to let him stay and offered him an annual salary of $2,000. The young man immediately agreed. The next day, he rode his little scooter to work, only to see the boss being harassed by a rich family's heir who was getting handsy. The young man rushed forward to stop him. To get rid of her pursuer, the woman had a sudden idea and claimed the young man was her boyfriend. The man was not all right with this, but he quickly agreed when the woman offered to pay him $3,000 for it. The suitor sneered, saying the young man wasn't worthy of her, only to be kicked to the ground by the man. Then, the girl's best friend arrived in a hurry and scolded the suitor as well. Just then, the young man's phone rang. It was his mom, urging him to quickly bring a girlfriend home. But where could he find one on such short notice? As he worried, the woman offered to go with him and pretend to be his girlfriend to deal with his parents. On the other side, his parents were delighted to hear that he had found someone, but to test their potential daughter-in-law's character, they decided to hide their status as the richest family. His father even took off his luxury watch worth millions. Still, despite their precautions, the girl still noticed the rare bracelet on the hand of the man's mother, stating that it must be worth $2 million. The young man didn't believe her, as he had no idea his parents were pretending either. To ease her doubts, the mother claimed her bracelet was just a cheap roadside buy, costing only 9.9 yuan, and even came with a free necklace. She then urged the girl to come in quickly for dinner, but as soon as the girl sat at the table, she was shocked. The food was even better than what five-star hotels served. The young man's mom, however, downplayed it, saying it was just ordinary home-cooked food. Since it's your first time here, have a little red wine, she offered. The girl took the red wine, assuming that since it was in a disposable cup, it must be cheap, and even offered to bring better wine next time. But as soon as she took a sip, she was stunned. It was a wine worth $30,000 a bottle. Seeing her shocked face, the young man assumed the wine must taste bad because it was too cheap. He offered to drink it for her, but she stated that she actually likes the wine, and she drank a few more cups. After a few rounds, the girl got tipsy and almost married the young man on the spot. Realizing things were getting out of hand, the young man quickly told his mom he had something urgent and needed to leave, dragging the girl home to avoid turning his fake girlfriend into a real wife. When he arrived at her house, he muttered that she looked petite but turned out to be surprisingly heavy. Unfortunately, the girl overheard him. She immediately pulled the young man down and wondered if he thinks that she is fat. In that moment, the young man's survival instincts kicked in. He quickly praised her beauty and insisted she wasn't fat at all. He tried to get up and escape the situation, but she grabbed him tightly and asked him not to leave, as she is afraid of the dark. Since she insisted on him staying, he got on the bed to sleep with her, and she kissed him.